Are you lot cowards?
Wait, so what do you want to do?
Right.
Do you want to give up and
One
not go to
second,
games?
one
back?
second.
I've been every game when we
Listen, back your team right now, right? This team has been good all season. They haven't lost there tonight. We're in a title race. We're 4 points clear. You're going to have some performances from now till the end. Well, you know what? If we win the league, if we win, hold on. Exactly. If we win, no, I don't want you. If we win the league, you don't deserve to be there. No, you don't.
I'll be there. It's my team.
Hi, welcome to AFTV. I got Robbie with me. We've just drawn 1-1 to Brentford here at the GTEC Community Stadium. Got to go straight in. Just your initial feelings off the back of that draw. Does it feel like a loss?
I don't know if it feels like a loss, man, because they were very good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so you got to look on it and say to yourself, you don't know whether it's a loss or not until the end of the season.
Yeah.
It could be that, it could be one of these games, because we've had some of these games where take the point, don't lose it. Like,
did you feel that this game?
United one. After a while, I was starting to say take the point, but then when Martinelli misses that chance at the end, I'm like, yo, that could have won it. I mean, people are asking me, what is he offside or not? He didn't look offside to me.
Could Timber have shot that?
I don't know. I just felt that all night we weren't good in front of goal. You know what I mean? Only Noddy Madueke's effort, but you know what I mean. We were, every single time we're trying to take that additional touch. You know what I mean? Martinelli was guilty of it. I think Odegaard had one where he was guilty of it. You know,
Rice could have shot. He passed.
Yeah. We had a couple of chances to win the game. There weren't a lot of chances, but then they also had chances as well. They're a very good side. They're very physical. They're very direct. They've got a serious weapon in that long throw. I mean, we've seen it all season. We saw it here tonight. That's what got them the goal. You know, I mean, if you allow them to get first contact on that long throw, you're in big trouble. And the one occasion that they did, we dealt with it all night, but the one occasion that they did, they managed to score. And that's why it's ended up 1-1. But we could have won it at the end. There was a big chance there for Martinelli. But listen, we have to take the point. I can't assess. Yeah, I'm not going to,
there will be meltdowns. There will be meltdowns a lot across online.
Well, anybody melting down has never been, I know there's a lot of fans who've never really seen us go for a league before. Anybody melting down has never gone for a league before. If anybody thinks we're going to win every game from now till the end of the season, they don't understand football. They don't watch football. I don't care what team it is, right? You know what I mean? I saw, there'll be big teams even across Europe. Like I saw Bayern draw the other day to some smaller team. That's how it goes. You're going to have some games. The main thing, don't lose them. This ain't an easy place to come to, and it's a difficult game, right? I just felt that where I'm disappointed in our first half performance, because I'm just like, why are we sacrificing first half?
It's a common theme, isn't it? It feels like with Arsenal's this season, it feels like that's a common theme, that the players don't seem like they're getting into gear and trying to kill teams off early. It feels like we're trying to just feel out the game. Yeah,
the last couple of games we have, like when we went to Leeds and, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, I want to see us have a bit more energy sometimes in the first half of games away from home. I've been noting this as like a little bit of a pattern, that first half is a lot of control, sort of just, and then we go for it sort of in the second half, and you can get caught out like we did tonight. You know what I mean? Like 15 minutes to go, they get a goal back, and then all of a sudden it's a completely different game. You know what I mean? But I just felt that even when we were 1-0, we had a couple of chances to go 2-0, and that kills the game. These are really tight games. As soon as you get that second goal, it's over. And we didn't take that chance, and if you don't take that chance, they still got they're at home.
It feels like a risky game Arsenal are playing, even though we've done it all season. We've top of all these leagues, Champions League, Premier League, but it does feel like what you mentioned there. We take a bit of time to really get into gear, but it's risk really. Like if you don't concede, we're still in the game, and we score, but we have to hold out. We saw Thiago go through. Mascara, to be fair, he got done, but then he made an incredible recovery run. But these things are risk. It's risky.
Yeah, listen, as I said, right, they're a good side. They're very direct. They're the most direct side you're going to play. You know what I mean? It's basically everybody's behind the ball. They win it straight up to Thiago, and he's a handful.
Yeah, he's
Thiago, Ouattara running off of him really quick. They're a handful, and if you're sort of sending everybody up in their half, you're then one-on-one with these guys, right? And if they can get the ball up to them quickly and they can get in, you got a problem, you know what I mean? So they kind of dealt with him okay, you know what I mean? But listen, it
was a good battle, very good battle.
Yeah, and I think the message to our fans is it's going to be a battle. It ain't going to be no plain sailing 9, 12 points. It ain't going to be. It's going to be a little bit of to and throwing. It's going to be a battle, but we're still in a great position. You know what I mean? If we go out now, what we've got to concentrate on now is going and winning that game against Wolves next week. If we win that game, then what's that, 7 points? Mm-hmm. Yes, City will have a game in hand, but then it's pressure back on. It's a point gained, but listen, 3 points would have been so much better.
Yeah, they got Newcastle coming up next as well, but forget about them for just a second. Like,
I think the thing is, right, and Lee said it, and a lot of us are starting to say it, we got to stop, concentrating on Man City. Obviously, we're gonna look at them.
Yeah.
We're gonna celebrate if they drop points and stuff like that.
So that's looking at them then. It's hard. It's hard not to.
Yeah, but you can't. I think you can't over concentrate on them. You've got to say to yourself, right, we need to go and win the games to win us the league. We're in a great position.
We've got to win the games.
We're still in a great position.
Let me ask you this then, because you've given all the context. You've done that which I expected. Don't panic. Like in the title race, they're going to be easy. I get that. The injuries. We both said. We had such a deep squad. We spent enough money. We won't ever use injuries as an excuse. We haven't really got the right to. But do you see this team starting to be affected by injuries? We saw Saliba out today for illness. Havertz not here.
No, listen. We know Havertz is out, right? And that's really the only one, isn't it?
But the goal came from Odegaard. The guy runs off him. That could be a Mika Marin. That could have been a Havertz.
Yeah, but it could be. It could not be. You know what I mean? Listen, the injuries ain't a factor right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Saliba was ill. I mean, what do we want to do? We can't reel him out if the guy's sick. If he's sick, he's sick. That could happen next week to Declan Rice. That could happen to any player. You know what I mean? What we got is what we got from now till the end of the season. You know what I mean? City have got injuries as well. You know what I mean? And I don't think I actually think at the moment we're in better shape when it comes to injuries than we were earlier on in the season. You know what I mean? And so our injuries is not really a factor right now. You know what I mean? Saka's coming back. Odegaard's coming back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really see that as a big factor. The only one really is Havertz, and even that's not a long-term injury, is it?
We don't know yet.
They're saying it's probably going to be 3-4 games, right? So I'm not over worried about that. There's enough there to win game. There's enough there to go and win us this title. It's going to be a battle.
You still believing then? It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it's wavered you at all.
Listen, I would love to win the game today, but this is going to be a battle. It's not going to be. It's going to be like there's going to be to and throwing. You know what I mean? It could be a next week that we're 7 points. We're all happy again. We're still 4 points clear. What would you rather be? 4 points behind or 4 points clear? I'd rather be 4 points clear. We take that. We move on. Right? We've got big games coming up.
North London derby next weekend.
Well, no, we got
Wigan as well.
Wolves before that.
And Wolves.
We got the Wigan game. But to me, I think we can rest a load of players there. But to me, the big game is that Wolves game. Then, of course, the game against Tottenham. Let's go and win those 2 games, and then they're gonna be wins.
I don't know how you come out watching the game and you're
anybody who comes out
the emotion.
Anybody who comes out panicking, like him, anyone who comes out.
Fans are a bit.
Let me just say, it weren't a great performance.
You've seen us win league titles, mate.
It weren't a great. Maybe because I've seen us win, right? But I'm saying, right, anybody, right? If we'd have lost tonight, I get it, but we haven't lost the game. Yeah. It's a bit of pressure. We got to handle it. This is going to be a battle. What are you, wimps? Are you a wimp? Can't you take this? Well,
they're arguing. Fans, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. What? Hold on, let me
This
just
was
say.
coming though. Listen.
No, you know what? One second. Are we cowards, or do we want this?
We have been.
No. I'm not right now. I'm not talking about the players. I'm on about fans. Are you lot cowards?
Wait, so what do you want to do?
Right.
Do you want to give up and not go to games?
One second.
I've been every game when we
Listen, back your team right now, right? This team has been good all season. They haven't lost there tonight. We're in a title race. We're 4 points clear. You're going to have some performances from now till the end. Well, you know what? If we win the league, hold on. Exactly. If we win, no, I don't want you. If we win the league, you don't deserve to be there. No, you don't.
I'll be there. It's my team, bro.
Honestly, if we win the league, fans like him don't deserve to come to the parade. Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing?
You're doing all right. And this is what you get in Europe.
I know. Turn the others.
Come on,
It's a man. You're the man.